That's what happened about 3 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yep, it's good for us. I mean, it gives us a lot more financial backing and support. So some of the larger companies that wouldn't maybe look at us a little differently. You got $20 billion behind you. They may say, oh, they must be doing something right.
Yeah, that certainly helps. So I definitely want to hear more about that. Let me just do kind of like a brief intro. Randy Sanders, KC Wallace, and I am Scott Berg, Chief Nerd at Internet Nerdz, and I wanted to schedule a video call with these guys to talk a little bit about what they're doing and what's working and where you guys are killing it, and I'll do the same. And if you guys aren't opposed, I may actually post this on a YouTube page for Internet Nerdz. Trying to build my rankings with the search engine optimization analytics and what have you. So
sure.
Hey,
I don't really have much negative to say about that. Just don't mind my drool.
We can't see you drooling, brother. Thank you so much for jumping on, though, especially under the circumstances. Gosh, slice of prayers for you for sure. Hey, KC, I get to meet you finally. We've been on the phone a few times. KC is a channel manager for Cox Business and been with the company for, what'd you say, 20 years? That's rare.
20 years. December of 2000, I started with Cox, 6 months out of high school.
Wow. Good for you. Good for you. That's really rare. I'm sure you know that loyalty and staying with the same company for, even 5 years is kind of rare. People move around quite a bit. So,
yeah.
And then the Rapidscale piece with Randy, just finding out that Rapidscale was acquired by Cox Business 3 years ago. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to let Randy talk a little bit about what's new at Rapidscale and kind of your niche in the market and what's working and what's not.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Thanks for the intro, Scott. I appreciate that. Well, Rapidscale is a managed cloud services provider. We are a large partner with Microsoft. So we do a lot of Microsoft 365 conversions, integrations, implementations, and we have a good group of engineers and staff that focus on nothing but that. It's a small piece or kind of the tip of the iceberg, but we kind of run the gamut with desktop as a service. We're very well known in that space. We use two different flavors of desktop as a service. We use VMware, and we also use Citrix, which is a little more unusual in this space because usually it's one or the other. But we do have engineers on staff that are very well equipped and versed in both disciplines.
That's terrific to know. I wasn't aware of that. That's great.
Yeah, we do Velo Cloud, which is now VMware Cloud, right? So.
Sure.
And that's our SD-WAN component. We also do we standardize on Fortinet for our cloud firewall offering. Some like, some don't like. We definitely have made that decision based on their statistics and what they've been able to do in the market. So
they're a great company. Fortinet's been around a while. They're great. I like Fortinet a lot.
Yes, sir. We do backup as a service with Veeam, very well known, very respected.
Another great company. Yeah.
We do disaster recovery with Zerto, who is also one of the leaders in the space, if not the leader in the space. We have a number of smaller companies that we do business with in different disciplines, like identity as a service and security as a service. We partner with Duo. We also partner with Alien Vault, which don't quote me on how much longer that relationship is going to last or not. But we have some other folks that we do some other pieces of the business with. But the bulk of what we do is there. I'll kind of share my screen here in just a second. Let me find what I'm looking for, and you'll see the partners that we most often use. Just a second here.
I've got an opportunity right now that I touched on with KC on Friday. We just have to nail down the connectivity piece first. And
Sure
then
thing.
then it gets very interesting after that, because they've got 300 seats that they're he said the CIO said 75% of the 300 are all customer service, and they're a Salesforce.com shop. So I'm going to ask you to talk about Salesforce too when you get a minute.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Does it say Strategic Alliance Partners? Did I not share that yet? I did not. Hold on one second.
Yeah, not yet.
Get it to you. So this is if you can see, this says Strategic Alliance Partners. These are the partners I just kind of went through. The only one I missed is probably one of the more important ones now, given the state of the world. The cloud security piece is Mimecast. Mimecast, if you don't know who they are, is a leader in the email security and email hygiene space, right? So they not only they do the solution for standard cloud security or email security, they also do archiving, continuity, and user awareness as well. So we can do training for folks on what it means to not open a malicious email, how to identify them. That's a few of the things that Mimecast specializes in. So but that gives you kind of an idea of the strategic partners that we work with. We also, give me one second, let me get back to this. So like I said, desktop as a service, infrastructure as a service, so we can we spin up virtual servers on demand. Disaster recovery I've kind of gone through, the backup as a service piece.
How many data centers do you guys manage today?
We have 4 nationally. We have Irvine, California. We have Chicago, Illinois. We have Dallas, Texas, and we have Sterling, Virginia. I'll show you. Give me one second. Let me get to that.
You guys on Stemmons in Dallas?
I don't know that for sure.
I can look it up.
Yeah, I can.
Dallas has so many data centers.
Yeah,
I think that we have a point of presence in there.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I was looking for something different. Give me one second, guys. I don't know why this is fighting with me.
Have you been through Simmons, Scott?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the old Infomart.
I've been on the outside. They didn't let me in.
Yeah, the old Infomart. It's been there for decades now, and everybody is there. Digital Realty, QTS, TierPoint, you name it. They're all in there. Data Bank. Anybody that's got a
wouldn't surprise me. It's a huge data center, and that one we just redid a bunch of hardware on the site to basically expand the network some more. So this is a kind of a schematic of what we look like. We also have Amsterdam and Hong Kong abroad, so we do have a global presence.
Cool.
So just kind of gives you a little bit of a lowdown on who we are and what we do. We do focus on the end user experience. So one of the things that we're well known for is we can do as much or as little as the partner or IT professional wants, right? You want us to do it all, we'll do it all. You want us to do a piece of it, we'll do a piece of it. You want to share 50-50 custody, if you will, we'll do that piece. We'll do it that way as well. So, but we do have 365, 24/7 US based support, and that's and that's kind of what we lean on. We do run with a 4.8 at a 5 CSAT score, and that's everybody can lean on their say they have the best support, but we kind of prove it. Trying to find, I got a little messed up with this. I apologize that it's not in the right order of where we're going, but these are all things that we, products that we offer, things that we do, and we just basically, we want you guys to understand it at Internet Nerds. what you want us to talk about, what you want us to do, the piece that we can do to help you be successful. That's where we want to fit in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're all about going in hip to hip, and hopefully sooner than later we'll be doing that again, physically, where it's not, we're not worried about this.
So as Internet Nerdz identifies companies that are wanting to migrate to the cloud and or offload some of the workload on-prem to cloud-based, you've got SEs and guys that can help us drill in with the client to kind of determine where the best fit is. And I'm always looking for pain points in companies that are experiencing pain, and that's
sure enough. Well, and that's and that kind of goes back into the why we do what we do. That's what we're looking for. We're trying to make sure that as these companies grow, they run out of resources. If you've got one guy or two guys trying to maintain 150 to 300, 400 user network, they're pulling their hair out. They can't keep up. So when they can offload a piece of that to us and go with our co-managed business model, we get to be the partner with the IT professional. Internet Nerdz building that relationship can also be a piece of that, and
sure,
and be helpful in that relationship and in that process. So that's kind of the way that that's the way we have, like the model shows on the slide here. We have 3 really different unmanaged, co-managed, and fully managed networks, right? Even on the fully managed, you'll notice it's not completely blue, right? We're not doing absolutely everything, but it really is determined by the IT professional what they want us to do.
Sure.
Do you want us to take level 1 support? Do you want us to take level 2, level 3? What do you want us to do? We have the staff and the support mechanism in place to do all of it, or we have some where we do very little of it. We build the infrastructure, we build the environment, and then the IT professional manages that. And then when support calls come in, they handle all that. So it's really tailor fit to each individual case.
Absolutely, that's great. Can I get a copy of this slide deck when we're done?
Absolutely.
This is good stuff.
I'll get it over to you.
Oh, that's great, Randy. Yeah, I remember back in the day when Rapidscale was just kind of getting going. It seems like a no-brainer when KC was telling me that they made that acquisition 3 years ago. I was like, well, that certainly makes sense. Nice company to acquire. And
right. Well,
and your partners, everybody knows your partners.
Sure. And in truth, as to complement that, to kind of expand on it a little bit, that's how we became the fastest growing VeloCloud partner in the country. When you've got a lot of Cox business reps doing what they do all across the country, and and introducing VeloCloud as an option, businesses are more and more reliant upon internet. I mean, it's not really a surprise that we took the VeloCloud market by storm. So
that's a great company. Well, I'm excited. I'm my head is spinning right now. I'm thinking of some existing clients that I need to reach out to kind of make this intro for you, because I think that it's a good fit for a lot of the folks that I'm already working with.
Sure.
KC, I want to hear about Cox too. I want to hear Cox Business and where you guys are killing it, and we'll talk about the channel relationship and how companies like Internet Nerdz are actually, kicking butt for the Coxes and the Rapidscales.
Absolutely. Well, let me share my screen.
All right.
Oh, well, we don't. I know we've all been beaten down by PowerPoint over the last year and a half, so I've got a neat little introduction,
Keep it short. Yeah.
Real quick, keep it short and just use this as a guide. So we have the Cox family of companies. Little fun fact: 1/3 of Americans touch a Cox brand every single day. Cox as a company is privately held. We're well diversified. We're a safe partner for you and your clients to do business with. So when you're doing business with Cox, you will be doing business with Cox. Real quick, a couple of our companies, we acquired this company a couple years ago called Rapidscale. They're a managed cloud service provider helping IT organizations increase IT productivity.
Yep.
We call Rapidscale Randy the hand holder. He likes to hold your hand on anything that you don't like to do, that's hard for you to do, or that you think that somebody can do better for your clients at. Cox also, we own Blueprint RF, which is a managed network solutions in the hospitality industry, for guests. Trapalo is a healthcare organization that connects health solutions that cover every stage of remote health monitoring.
Nice.
Then we also own a few of the the automotive portion. We have a big hand in the used car market with Auto Trader, Kelley Blue Book, and Manheim Auto Auctions.
Very familiar with Manheim. That's crazy. I did not know that Cox owned Auto Trader and Kelley Blue Book and Manheim. They've been around a long time.
They've been around for a long, long time. And then we have the Cox Media Group, some broadcasting, publishing, direct marketing, Valpak, some TV channels, et cetera. So we still have stake in that. Cox actually started as a newspaper in Dayton, Ohio. So that was our first. The first of what became many. Our actual coverage area is about 10% of the country. So here's a list of the markets that we serve. We cover some of the largest hospitality hotspots in the country, with Las Vegas, Southern California, New Orleans, and of course, Macon, Georgia.
Does Cox own part of UPN, Unite Private Networks, based out of Kansas City?
Cox does own UPN.
Okay.
So I think
I worked for those guys back in the day, selling circuits in Dallas for them. They had no idea what a competitive market Dallas is. I kept telling them it's crazy competitive, but okay.
So I think we are an equity. It is not part of the Cox family of carriers, but I think us, and we have an equity partner in that with UPN.
Yeah,
and I know we just bought another fiber provider out of Virginia. I can't remember the name right now. I should have had that ready or not said anything. Oops.
Interesting. Yeah, actually, UPN was the last salaried job that I had. I finally decided I'm going to quit making money for everybody else and do Internet Nerds full time and build out my favorite partners and go-to companies for technology solutions. So I'm very familiar with UPN.
Segra was the company, the fiber-based network service. So we provide service at 355,000 small and regional businesses along the East Coast.
Wow.
Segra, we just bought them. So there's our footprint there. We cover like 10 to 12% of the country, with our footprint. So then the services we offer phone. We offer, traditional POTS lines. We also offer a IP hosted service, and then we have your traditional PRIs and SIP trunks. We now have, as part of our IP Centrics product, we offer it is called an IP Centrics Select product, where you can have your phone based anywhere where there's an internet connection. So traditionally, we only kept those on our network, to maximize the efficiency, efficiency of the product, but customers needed out of service, out of footprint, phones. So we weren't limiting it to our phone anymore.
Right. Yeah, I remember UPN. They were just fiber.
Yep.
Lit, dark, Metro E. They did pretty well with municipalities and school districts, but no phones up until No phones until Cox stepped in. I think they're reselling your phones in some markets.
I was going to say that I think that they are, but the UPN is still their primary business is fiber.
Right.
Our primary business is connectivity.
Right.
However we connect to a business.
Right. Yeah, they dealt a lot with AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint providing fiber for the cell towers.
The backhaul, correct.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, this is great, man. I really appreciate you guys getting on here and being willing to do this. There's so much business out there, and there's so many great companies that really need a hand. And that's what Internet Nerdz does. We're technology consultants. We don't charge for that. A lot of people don't know that, but I put it on the website and try to make it clear that we're consultants. We don't charge for that service. We're compensated by the Coxes and the Rapidscales and our partners. So when I consult with a company that's having some issues or struggling, they don't pay us a dime. So
it's a good place for you to be. It's it's very well respected in the industry. So
I love it. I love the business. I love helping companies out, and the more the merrier. And then pulling partners like you guys in to make me look good, and you really do. So really pleased we got this opportunity. I see this slide. This is a nice slide.
Oh, here's just a quick little rundown. Our partnership with Rapidscale. So you provide Cox. It has 120 years of technology innovation. You have Rapidscale, that formed in 2008. We came together, and we're offering our cloud solutions product. So luckily Randy talked about all that. I was ready to segue into Randy, and Randy segued into KC. So I've got some similar slides of Randy's, and that was everything. The one thing that I didn't bring up, we also own a business called Hospitality Network that provides managed Wi-Fi to hospitalities. The hospitality vertical. So if you own a smaller hotel, a non-chain hotel, which we have a ton of those in our area, we can manage the entire Wi-Fi product there.
And with that product, you don't have to be on net, do you?
No, sir. Not at all. So you can be outside our footprint. We would still manage the connectivity, and we would manage the entire Wi-Fi solution.
So even if it's Spectrum territory or another broadband provider, this goes right on top of it.
Absolutely.
And Scott, you bring up a very valid point. Rapidscale is completely carrier agnostic, even though we are owned by Cox. Of course, if it fits and it makes the right decision for the customer, we don't do connectivity. We leave that to the Coxes and Spectrums and whoever else in the world that's doing that piece. Obviously we'll recommend Mr. Wallace when we can, because he does do a good job for us. But it has to fit, right? It has to fit the customer's need and their network. So we don't try to force round pegs and square holes and vice versa. We try to do what's right by the customer every step. So
yeah, well, that's great too. Cox has really got it going on. I was very impressed with the guys that I met. We've got a mutual customer in Gulf Breeze. And by the way, I want to mention, since I'm most likely going to post this, I didn't know until KC and I first started talking that Cox has fiber running along 98 as far east as Fort Walton and as far west as, Pensacola. You go all the way into Pensacola. Because where I'm sitting is supposed to be Mediacom territory. And so when I found out there was Cox fiber running along 98, I thought, oh, fantastic. AT&T land.
So
lots of opportunities.
We have our backbone. We have backbone fiber running from the Alabama state line all the way down through much of Santa Rosa Beach down in Walton County along Highway 98. So in the Gulf Breeze area, the Navarre area, that Santa Rosa County corridor right there, where we don't offer traditional services to our residential And to our residential customers, we do have fiber running down that corridor, and it's very, as you saw, very cost-effective solution for the customer. It is fiber-based. It is not copper or coax. So the customer is getting that extra, getting the extra, what word am I looking for?
Love.
Extra love. There we go.
Dependability that fiber brings.
The reliability, the dependability, the love. And,
Yep.
you know, we will beat the competition on price, on service. And as you saw, I mean, I'll show up. You know, if need be, I will be out there. But we, you know, we love that. We felt that we had the fiber running there to begin with. So, you know, offering it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of fun because this territory is ripe with opportunity. There are a lot of small businesses here, and you know, Internet Nerdz has done very well helping the smaller doctors' offices and attorneys and professional services in general, where it might be 5 phones, might be 50, but they're small businesses, and we have excelled helping the smaller companies. So really pleased that you guys were willing to jump on a call with me and kind of walk me and everybody else through what it is you do. And there's a lot of synergy here. I'm super excited for the future. And Randy, hope you're feeling better. We'll definitely be calling you with some opportunities.
I'll be here to help you guys out.
Yeah.
Casey knows how to get a hold of me. You know, you have my cell phone's on my email thread, so you know,
Okay.
on my email signature. So don't be a stranger.
I absolutely won't. Really excited that you guys are working together. And KC, let's talk soon. I know you're waiting on some pricing for that SD-WAN component. As soon as you can get that done, so we can show the client what Cox can bring.
That guy. I did not mean to call Randy out right there.
I'm on it. I'm waiting on one little piece of information. So as soon as I have it, Casey, you'll have it. Check your text messages, bud.
All right, gentlemen, it's been great. I'm so looking forward to meeting you, KC, and you as well, Randy. And let's do this again real soon.
Scott, we'll get up there and see you soon, bud. Thanks for the time.
All right, guys. You as well.
All right, guys.
Have a good
Appreciate
one.
you all.
Send me
Bye.
slides.
Will do,
Awesome.
sir.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.